think we all missed the psych evaluation.
As a fishing YouTuber, it is difficult to post videos every week of exotic locations, big catches, and fearsome fights with salty monsters, especially when you live in Cape Town. Fishing in and around the Atlantic is a gamble, but it can be rewarding when the cards fall just right. And fishing in the Indian Ocean entails dropping a line anywhere between Muizenberg and Mozambique. But most spots, especially for us weekend warriors, are out of reach most of the time. And when you want to do these things with friends, it becomes even more difficult, as short notice trips to long distance locations get difficult to pull off the closer you get to a weekend. Adults have responsibilities, and sometimes that include being a dad, a brother, a husband, or a friend to someone other than your fishing buddies. I've been wanting to get out of False Bay for a bit, but this weekend was not going to be that one. We knew long in advance that going to our planned destination was likely going to be a massive mistake. Driving more than 200 kilometers round trip to possibly be blown to Brazil from the beach. Winds were predicted up to 90 kilometers per hour. I don't care who you are. Unless you are fishing with a cast iron rod, you are not fishing in that wind. We did, however, notice that False Bay's wind prediction was roughly half that of the initial destination. So we changed plans, shelved our destination for a better day, and headed out for an extremely ill-advised fishing excursion. We were prepared for typhoon-level winds, monsoon rains bucketing down from the heavens, and swells so large it could be mistaken for tsunamis. This is what we found.
It's clearing up from the southwest. There's still some dark clouds above us, but I think that might blow over at some point. Very nice roll in the water. Definitely bigger swells than last week. And the wind is in our backs, the little bit that there is. I mean, I'm saying little bit, but it's definitely more than usual, but it's nowhere near the gale force I was expecting. Very nice. Can't wait to get a bait out there, boys. Smitty. Ek gee nie om of 'n aas op jou hande as jy vat so my gees kom hier.
Gaat dit goed vanoggend?
Lekker man, lekker. Hoe lank is jy al hierso?
Ons het nou net gestop hier. Nou net. Ons is so 5 meter voor jou.
Ek sien die rodstands in die water, maar
Nee,
daar's ook nie stokke in nie.
Nee, daar is ook nie veel aan nie.
Dis lekker man, lekker. Okay. Desmond. My ander gees kom hier.
Goeiemôre Vlam.
Die ander gees kom hier.
And good morning to all the viewers.
Yeah. Whenever they're watching.
Yeah. Yeah, and does it look like as if the day turned out to be not as bad as what we thought it would be,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah,
Because,
no, I was kind of expecting a gale force winds.
I was expecting a thunderstorm or something like that over here. But there's basically just a little breeze.
Yeah, and thankfully it's in our backs.
Yeah. And,
so it's not too bad.
And I see the water has got nice colour too.
Yeah, the water's got some nice colour and it's got a very nice roll as well. And it's not too flat, which is always a bonus.
Well, it was a bit flat when we came in from the entrance side. We were worried because over there the water's a bit flat.
Yeah.
But over here it's rolling nicely.
Oh cool, let's get our baits in, boys.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get some fish for the pan tonight or for the bride tonight. Or
my wife wouldn't mind.
Nor would mine either. Let's go for it.
one of those nice little red prawns. You just move a little bit left. Sometimes you lose your bearings when walking straight into the ocean and there's a bit of a side current in it. Please look at this. Jeez, this is insane. Holy smokes. I was basically ankle deep in the water now, and I'm standing about hip high in it. That's so weird. Okay, here we go. Let's get this cast in. That should be okay. Okay, let's see what I've got here. I know I've got some 3-hour adrenalines here. One of these should do the trick. Rather than take everything apart, just cut it off for now. You can always strip it later. Right, now here's a nice little float. Don't need something massive. Just something big enough to give it a bit of flotation. One of these little football floats will work just fine. See, we want it raised off the ground a little bit. Exactly for a fish that's come swimming past, because I don't want crabs and stuff to start chowing my my bait off. Here we go. Now, quick question. Anyone else does this? See the little metal thing over there? Without hurting my bob, just giving it a bit of a tuck to make sure that your line is nice and tight. Those that have been doing it, you're my spirit animals. Those that haven't been doing it, now you know. When you fish out of the back of your car, just find one of those. Should be fine. It's a nice distance away. Right, I basically halved my hook size. Now I just need a small chokka bait on there. So what am I going to do? Got some chokka tentacles here that I can use. And I've got a small piece of chokka here. I should probably smack. As per last week, people, MC hammer time. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Stop. Hammer time. Now let's see how am I going to position his tentacles. So I don't want to go overboard with the bait. The fish still needs to be able to grab onto the hook. It's another nice set of tentacles. I might need to give it a bit of a trim once it's on, because I don't need those tentacles to interfere with my line either and the flotation. Let's put this beaten up piece of choker on there as well. Let's get on there, son. The hook's still reasonably proud. I just want to get it a little bit tighter around there. And now that it's slippery, holy moly, to tie this thing down. There we go. That should still take a fish. Tentacles okay? I think so. Maybe just trim it a little bit, not too much. There we go. Let's get this boy out. It's starting to get colder now again. Sun's disappearing. There's some droplets falling. I suppose this is going to be what we need to deal with the whole day. But thank goodness there's no gale force winds like predicted. Let's see if I can't get a decent cast on this thing. I need to try and get it in behind some banks. And that's why I wore my waders today. For those that has been wearing waders their whole lives, they probably forgot what it felt like the first 1 or 2 times that you wore a wader. This is my second time. And I tell you what, it's the strangest thing. You can feel the cold on your legs, but it's not wet. It's so strange. And you can feel the water pressure on it. Yeah. Yeah, there's some strong pull in the water. Come on, come fast. Right, let's heave. Deep enough. Just getting it over the first bank. Hoping to find a fish.
Moet net geduldig wees vir die stoot van die water.
Ah.
Hier gaan niks aan op hier. Ek het nog een byt gehad.
No, I'm not discouraged, buddy. It's just, I also had no bites. I could have sworn I had a thump or two earlier on this one, but I think it was just this 3-ounce sinker that came loose.
Oh, look.
That was a bit unfortunate. I thought I was recording and then I wasn't. I actually caught the biggest barbel of my life just now, and I actually called Smitty over. Released it, and then the barbel keeps on coming back towards the beach. So I had to guard it so it doesn't beach itself again and just dry out on the beach. I need to go rebait. Well, at least we know there's fish out there, just not the fish we want. So I kind of caught a fish earlier, but for some reason the camera wasn't on. I thought I switched it off while in a conversation with Smitty, and then I switched it back on when I went to go grab my rod, and then I was actually switching it off. So I caught the biggest barbel of my life. It's about yay large, quite big, but couldn't do anything with it. Obviously, you're not going to cook it, you're not going to take it home, you're not going to do anything weird with it. So I threw it back. Then I had to save its life because it's trying to kill itself again by beaching itself like a whale. So yeah, a little bit eventful. Not the fish you want to catch, but like a friend of mine says, if it's in the ocean it needs to come out. So, and it can only come out when your line's in there and you've got bait in there. You may not target it, you may not like it, but you did catch a fish. So that said, I pulled in one of my rods now. It's just too much to manage in this in this weather and in this wind that is blowing and in the current that's in the water. I'm using one rod now, my 5 to 7 Equinox, casting, alternating between mussel, prawn tail and chokka baits right now, just to see what they might be munching on. Came to the conclusion mussel bait in that water right now is a big mistake. Even if there's fish there and they're chowing on the mussel bait, you're never going to know it because of the strong pull in the water. You're not going to detect the pecks, and you're not going to get there in time if there's a fish on it. I need something that the fish need to commit to on my line. So I'm going to revert back to strictly chokka. Like I said, took the second rod out of the water now. There's just no way that you can monitor them both securely and know when there's a fish on it. It's too much current. It almost feels like there's competing left to right and right to left currents in front of us. Which makes it really difficult to determine which way your sinker is going to drift, which way to cast. So I'm just waiting in a bit to try and get this bait in as far as I possibly can. Get the line nice and stiff. Hope there's a fish in the back somewhere there, looking to munch on it. Okay, here we go. Decent. Things are starting to peter out a little bit now. It's like almost 2 o'clock, I think. Smitty needs to get home. The sun is poking out decently now, but it's still very, very cold. Still nothing to report fish-wise. I mean, I had some bites earlier, a couple of thumps, but like I explained, it's as soon as it came, that's how fast it went again. It's been a bit of a frustrating day at the water. It's kind of to be expected. We basically saw the day as an adventure, considering we knew what the weather forecast was like. Now granted, it didn't quite pan out like the weather forecast predicted. Yes, there was a bit of rain, but the wind was nowhere nearly as bad as the forecast said it should be. That said, we still had our fun. That's all you can wish for. That one day a week where you can just cut loose. Holy smokes. Just said bye to the lads after I peeled my wader off myself, and after having my feet in my wader the whole day, I can tell you now my feet are aching like a mother fluffer. These neoprene socks that I've got on isn't helping much. It literally squeezes my feet like a freshly baked bread. So nothing happened. But you know what? I didn't expect fish to be plentiful today. I honestly didn't. It was more a question of, can we go out and have fun as buds? Considering that tomorrow might be taken up with different things, you know, family matters and sports events and all that stuff. Who knows what tomorrow holds? For all I know, I might go and have a quick scratch around somewhere, but it was always in the balance. Today it was open, so we made it work. I'm a little bit bummed that I didn't get the fish that I caught earlier on camera. But I mean, that's sometimes how it goes. I mean, these videos aren't scripted. So you don't exactly get a second or a third or a fourth take to show something. Sometimes you only have one chance of hitting a button, and sometimes if you miss that, you know, everything gets jumbled for the next half an hour. So it is what it is. But that said, we still had a bit of a fun time. It's now around about 2 o'clock. Smitty needs to get home. He's got friends, family coming over for a braai. I need to get home to at least have dinner at a normal time, and then maybe start editing the video for Monday evening. So if you're seeing it now, time inception, YouTuber inception, all that nonsense, I'm talking about editing a video that you're going to be watching on Monday evening that you're seeing right now. So make that make sense. That said, super fun day. I've never seen the ocean like this though. See, this was weird. The ocean itself was weird today. It had left to right current, right to left current, sometimes at the same time depending on where your sinker was in the water. If your sinker was anything less than 5 ounces, it will wash out. And you can stand on dry land right now, and then within 10 seconds the water can be up at your waist. That's how strong the surge was in this water. And I've got this funny feeling I might need to go research this. See, this is still on my learning journey. I've got a funny feeling that fish don't really like these big surges unless they are really, really strong swimmers. And I don't think cob are particularly strong swimmers, nor steenbras, especially when they sift through sand for their food. Galjoen might be a different story, galjoen and hortie, but you're not going to get a hortie here. And we were nowhere near reef, so chance of a galjoen was basically 1 out of 100. So it is what it is. Still had fun? I will see you in the next one. Cheers.